It's C-Doc again.
And I should be C-Doc, but I'm not. C-Doc will be with us shortly. You know, we had a little family stuff going on. Yeah. Here we are. It's C-Doc again. I don't even know how to present myself, but you know who I am. You know who C-Doc is. So I'll just say one of my co-hosts coming from New Jerusalem, as C-Doc puts it, is has a podcast in his own right, better known as People's Distinctive Travels. Let's bring on none other than Ultramag 7.
Wait.
My mind just went.
So I see you jogging through your memory to pick out all the stuff that C-Doc would normally say.
Right.
So
and somewhere along the line it short-circuited.
But hold on. Since I'm here now, I'm going to give you a proper intro.
Oh. Okay.
So I am Ultramag 7, and over here, to my either right or your left, whatever you're seeing, this is our girl from the heyday of K-Day, Jennifer O'Jenny.
There we go. Woo-hoo.
See?
And guess who's actually here already?
Who is
finally.
That? Oh.
None other than
the Diggy Doc,
the man himself, for whom the show is named.
Who the bell tolls.
Let's bring him on.
Well, this is weird.
Yeah, right? It's weird because you don't got a hat on.
Yeah, that too, right? I know. I just literally ran in the house. So, what's up, everybody? How's it going?
It's going
swimmingly.
Glad I can make it to my own show.
We witnessed my brain just short circuit there for a second. It was like, huh?
Excellent. Oh my God, my forehead is huge. Jeez.
And shiny.
Yeah, and shiny. I know. That's why I wear a hat. I gotta get a hat.
Me too. That's why I wear hats.
Oh man, I tell you, how's it going, guys?
It's going.
Fantastic.
Chilling. You know.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Also joining us tonight is the man behind Hip Hop Gods, the president of Rap Station, ladies and gentlemen, from the Northwest Side, Flatline.
Boom.
Flatline.
Hey, Flatline.
Feeling very self-conscious about my forehead now.
Oh, dude, nobody's beating me right now. This shit going on. Jeez,
man.
I know. Gotta get my hat. What's good, Flatline? How are you?
Oh man, I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah,
we're happy to be
here too.
Yeah,
I'm glad to be here.
Just happy to be alive.
Did any of you guys get something in the mail today?
Oh, snap.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed.
Brand new issue.
Ultramag, I have one for you. So,
yes. I hope you got 3 or 4 of them for me.
Well, I don't have anything for Jennifer, but whatever.
Jennifer, we got you. Come on now. We got you.
Yeah, there's even an interview with that Professor Daddio guy in here too.
Yeah, that's why I figured you.
Who is that?
I'm sorry.
Who is that, Flatline? He not even paying attention. He not even paying attention. He don't even want to pay attention.
I was looking for it. Here it is.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Oh, that's so much better. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Oh man.
Now the show can officially start.
Yeah.
Now
Boy, that's something.
Turn the headlights off.
I'll get off and go back on again. We start over.
What was I going to say? Before we bring our guest on, Flatline,
Yes, sir.
Hip Hop Gods Radio.
Whew. Man,
Shoo.
another monster show. I'll run it down real quick.
You've been killing it lately.
Yeah, man, it's been nuts. New Arrested Development single with that Chuck D guy and Grandmaster Kaz. New Kill Army. New Stallone and Weathers featuring OC. Very dope track. Soul Rocker featuring J Live remix by Kurt Cazale. New Cocaine single. New Atmosphere. New Billy Dance from MOP. A lot of good stuff.
Wow.
Yep. Streaming on Rap Station and find it on Mixcloud.
There you go. There you go. No excuse.
No excuse.
That's right.
No excuse.
So yes. All right. Let's get to it. Red Venom in the house. Head
Who
snack in the
says
house.
thank God you? Who says thank God you put the hat on? It took some shine off the camera.
Yes. Yes.
Dang.
Had to do it. Hype Style. What's up, man? Our guest tonight, one of those underground cats that just makes a lot of dope music. And I've been digging in for the past week or so. And man, good stuff. Got lots to talk about. From the group Finsta Bundy, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Finsta.
I'm glad to be here. I don't know. I think I got both you guys beat with the forehead thing. Man, I heard it. Oh my God. Listen, I'm gonna start off with a very cruel joke my brother told about my forehead.
Oh.
All right. He said, if you cut off your head, you'll float.
That's ill.
I hated him. Oh my God. But it's good to be here.
At what point did they stop being foreheads and start being 5 and 6 and 7 heads?
Oh, good God! I think I was there already. I was really. And I used to have bad haircuts. I used to have the Caesar cuts. It's real low. So all you saw was head and shoulders. That's all you saw. It was like I guess I was like a bobble. When I look back at it, I was like, "Good God, I did have a big head."
Right. Yeah, man. I was cursed with it. I had to grow into it. You know, I was
exactly
when I was a kid. Jeez.
Exactly. You know.
Yep. Like my wife said, she see your reflection in my forehead. I know. She's not. She says she's kidding, but she's not. I know. How are you, sir?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Relaxing. Was working all day, so my knees are like. I'm glad that I'm sitting down right now, but I'm chilling, man. It's a good day. It's every day above ground is a good day. That's what they say, right?
Damn straight.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Truth in that.
Exactly.
Let's start off with what you got going on right now. Can we talk about the podcast?
Yes. Okay. Well, there's Hip Hop Beats and Things with K Hill, and right now we cooling off for the holiday season. We family men, so we're not doing a whole bunch of stuff, but we're gonna recap. Not recap. We're gonna revisit with a lot more content. You know what I'm saying? Thankfully, we building this slowly, and trying to bring a certain essence to the game. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of podcasts out there that people are just more about the dirt and stuff like that. We just trying not to be about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It really has to be about the music. So we just trying to build on that. There's another podcast I started with my peoples in the streets with Finsta and Fee going around. It's almost it's like Hip Hop Beats and Things live on steroids, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Because we just trying to be in the streets with it. You know what I'm saying? You got to be in the streets, and I'm of an age where it's like, okay, maybe I get some younger people to come and shoot and let them be in the streets, and then
Right.
I'll sit my black ass down. But but it's it's dope. I'm about to start chopping that up a bit. We got an interview. One of the interviews we did so far is it's an artist by the name of Sky Blue. Really dope artist. I think you're gonna like that one. So that'll be one to check out for sure. I'll keep you guys posted with that one as well.
Please. Yeah. So
Other
that
than-
hasn't dropped yet. You're still working on
that one is we're still just gathering content
Okay.
and stuff like that. But with the hip hop basic things that with Cahill, it's been dope. We had like 11 episodes in, I think.
Yeah.
You maybe about 11. So and it's been good. It's what I'm saying. So now I'm trying to stay out of the camera, to be honest with you. I'm glad that he's doing it. So shout out to what I'm saying. And the irony of you mentioning Stallone and Weathers, that was so dope. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's right. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Yeah, man. But it's been dope. It's been really dope. He wanted to get me in front of the camera. I'm like, nah. That's all right. I do the chop suey and then we get it out there.
Yeah.
And then but outside of that, just trying to go into this new wave of, not new wave, but newfound thinking and courage when it comes to like putting music out. So musically, I'm trying to just like, all right, I want to have fun.
That's it. That's a great approach because especially for classic artists, I think if they can have fun with it, they seem to just overall enjoy the process more.
Yeah, for sure.
Take some of the pressure off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think that one of the stupidest things that people think is like, especially as a rap artist, you know what I'm saying, there's just some type of time on it.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, first of all, I'm still learning and growing.
Right.
You got to. Why would I stop writing if that's the key to getting better? You know what I'm saying? Or why would I stop making a beat if that's you got to do this in repetition to get better, right? I would think so. Practice.
Yeah.
More practice. If I don't know if I'm gonna be 80 spitting who I be, you know what I'm saying, on stage, but maybe
you never know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And why not? And why not? If I can still see, and that's why I gotta sit my black ass down now with my knees. So when I'm almost there though. I'm almost there. You know what I'm saying? So when I get there, I don't want to, I don't want to do the. You're gonna have to do the two-step wobble. Or I don't know what it would be. You just shake your top like, hey, come on now. I'm like,
but you know what though? I feel like our hip hop generation was taught that we were supposed to only rap until 30 and then go off and listen to R&B. Like we were just supposed to quit.
Right.
Like I don't know who made up that rule, but it felt like people are still adhering to it, or that's the belief. But that's never been it. It's never been it.
No, not when some. You get inspiration. It's so many genres, but people that in their later years still rocking out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like, what do you expect me to do? Just like I can't imagine. Like now, there would be. There's nothing for me to say. I would want to go a commercial or pop route.
Yeah.
Because it just seems like, yo, it's so many of y'all motherfuckers. Half of y'all no talent. Okay, I'm sorry. I might have been going.
No, that's all good. It's all good.
Keep going.
Yeah. we feel the same way, so please continue.
Yeah, right.
Well, no. I'm just me myself. I don't want to bash anybody, but I just think it's like Andre 3000 album. That was inspiration for me.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I heard there was so many critics. I'm like, first of all, y'all, you don't even make music. So how the hell are you going to tell somebody who makes music what kind of music to make? That is insane. And it just shows me how much of the world is bothered by just a busy mind state, because it's like all you had to do was just sit down and listen.
Mm-hmm.
Just sit down and listen. Don't say nothing. Just chill. I bet you'll be relaxed as a motherfucker.
Right.
I mean, Shoot, I was washing dishes and I put that joint on. I was like, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Set the mood. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, I'm 52. I'm like, nah, I'm almost there. I'm almost to the point where I could say I don't give a fuck about something and people will forgive me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I think you gotta like at least hit 70 before you get that. You know
You got to earn that. Yeah.
I'm almost there though. I'm almost there.
Yep.
Like, don't ask me my opinion. Now the hell with y'all. But yeah, it was liberated. It was dope because it just made me feel like, yo, the next wave is gonna be crazy. You're talking about 50 years of hip hop. Okay, what like most people are saying, okay, what about 51? What about 52? Right. You know what I'm saying? What about, you know what I'm saying? Who else gonna keep it going? You know.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like hip hop is growing old right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like the blues and jazz that have always been here and gone through all these phases. It's only growing old right now. It just turned 50. You know, and so nobody knows. You know, nobody knows where it can go.
Right. This is, and you know what? And what's even dope about it is like I'm pretty sure a lot of us here on this screen got at least 30 to 40 years in that game. In that, like we're wearing that skin right there.
Yeah.
For me, I know for me it's been 30 years, and I'm like, it dawned on me the other day. I was like, holy crap! Like I thanks again for the mix. Oh my god, that was dope.
Soulbuck.
Shout out to DJ Soulbuck. Yep.
Soulbuck. Salute. It just it took me through some things. I might start rambling on. I'm gonna have to calm myself down.
No, it's all good. So please ramble on. That's what this show's for.
Yeah. It took. See, but I lost my train of thought. I'm like, I'm kind of speeding.
Well, let's use that then. Let's go back 30 years. Let's go back to where it started, you know, and talk about. I occasionally ask, you know, what if there was one thing, if you had what I call the gateway drug that got you into hip hop, if there was that one thing, or, you know, do you have one thing, or was it just because you grew up in New York, right?
Right. Yeah. Right.
So you were kind of around it. It was there.
Yeah. For me, okay, it's two parts to it. I would guess it. To my answer is two parts. Like, I would have to, because I think I was oblivious to what was going on as far as with the block parties and stuff like that. See, I'm 71, so when I was seeing block parties, it was like maybe 10 and up.
Okay.
Like really, actually, you know, from there, you know, I hear the music in the area, you know, saying stuff going on radio, but it was mostly the block parties, and couple that because you know, you hear everything, and then you know, you got Red Alert playing, you got Molly Mall, you got taping off the radio, and got all that type of stuff going on. But then there was my neighbor playing Eric B. and Rakim, My Melody out the window. Mad loud. And I was just like, by then, you know, there's enough rap that's been living up until that time. But that right there was just like, what the fuck is that? It sounded like it was like Martian music to me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then from there, I didn't necessarily catch the bug to write or anything at that point, but it just made me love that. You know what I'm saying? I love that right there. You know what I'm saying? So that was my gateway drug, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, my gateway to it, you know?
Yeah.
That was sweet. And it's funny that you said, because I just go back to block parties, and I wasn't the greatest break dancer. You know what I'm saying? I could pop and listen. I could wiggle for you. You know what I'm saying? Right. I may not be that great at it right now, but you know, just remembering cardboard, remembering you couldn't get past the DJ rope if you wasn't somebody. If you ain't know nobody from the set or in that house, if you said you was a DJ or a rapper or anything, you could not pass that rope if you was not dope.
Mm-hmm.
If you and I didn't see too many of the situations where cats wasn't dope. I just saw a lot of times where cats couldn't get past get past the rope. So it's like, but all that and it was dope. New York, I remember riding. I forgot what train I was riding. It was, oh good lord, where was what train? I want to say it was like the J, and I maybe transferred somewhere in the city. But I remember taking the train all the way up to the Bronx, and I had to be like, because I was in junior. I think I was like 13, 12, 13. Looking and seeing the buildings, I was like, what the hell is this place? And I got my ass right back onto the other side and going. But remember that glimpse in that, and then just the graffiti on the train.
Yeah.
I'm like that to me. I know it's messed. A lot of people are like keep the city clean and all of the. I love the trains when it was plastered with graffiti on it.
Yeah.
I felt like, oh, I can go to sleep. You know, the same way. Well, it's not that extreme. You know, that show Hoarders where they can go. You figure how the fuck did they go to sleep on? You know this shit.
Right.
That's a New York train. New York train MTA. You know what I'm saying? They're sleeping. You know, got to keep your hands in your pocket, but still.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I that vibe, that feel is that I guess the soul of a lot of that is what I think was missing nowadays. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody could be you can critique everybody's shit. But did you listen to what they were saying? Did you even can you even have a conversation on what the person was talking about in these songs? Can you?
Right. Yeah.
You just want to say what you don't like. It's like, damn.
Right.
Can you tell me what do you like? What nobody, you know what I'm saying? It's like pulling teeth, you know what I'm saying? You're keeping secrets. You know where all the good shit is. Apparently, you know, because you don't like nothing else. So you gotta know where all the good shit is at. It's like, oh man. These cats are crazy, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if I was musically, I want to go places. I can't spill the beans on what the next alias is, but it's gonna be something big. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to add a lot to it, not just rapping to it. You know?
Okay. Yeah. Dope. Fantastic.
What you know? The world needs a new Barry White. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Nah, that ain't going. You might hear me bust a lick on something like, you know, I'm gonna bug out. I'm gonna bug out definitely. You're gonna hear me bugging out, but you know, but what were you about to say?
I don't know, we need some bug out. We need some bug out music, you know?
Yeah,
we need some bug out music. Hell yeah. Man, what were we gonna say, Ultra?
No, I was gonna say, was it gonna play the flute?
Right.
So no,
he's taking lessons right now.
What? Oh, you gonna play the flute?
No,
I said he's taking lessons right now.
Oh no,
I ain't playing the flute.
No. I'm actually gonna be playing. I'm gonna be rocking my saxophone.
Okay.
I gotta bust it back out, and one of the knucklehead things that I remember from going to school is I used to always cut class. My favorite class was band, you know what I'm saying? And I had a couple of teachers that always wanted me like to do that shit, you know what I'm saying? I got to shout out Mr. Maffei. Mr. Maffei, Bishop Lachlan. Yo, he the one band teacher because I used to play everything, you know, not play everything, but I could, you know, I could play pretty well, you know what I'm saying? And if I needed, you know, if he needed a saxophone solo, I'll write it down on staff and all of that. That's when I was kind of good at theory and stuff like that. But he was the only one that told me like, yo, you need to get your own style. because I always playing the same shit, or like Love Is a Message was my favorite shit to play. I got you fucking around. I'll do the whole solo right now. But I would kill that shit. I would literally kill that. But I know he was getting sick and tired of people wanted me to play that shit. He was getting sick and tired of me playing this shit over and over again. Like, this is the only good shit you can play. And he told me I need to get my own style. So going back to 3000, that was like inspiration for me. It's like, all right, you know what? It's time to get busy. You know what I'm saying? Let's show, you know, there's a lot of dope music out there. Don't get me twisted. There's a lot of good music out there. People are not, you'll be a fool to say this. Now, I ain't hearing nothing new, whether it's hip hop, R&B, jazz, fusion, whatever the case may be. There's a lot of dope music out there. I want to be a part of that. I want to be a part of that, you know what I'm saying, that atmosphere where you hear my shit and you start feeling good.
Yeah.
I think we've had that reaction from a lot of people. So, but now it's time to take it on even more so on a grown tip, on a grown man tip. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody feel like there's nothing else to talk about. Like, fuck you mean there's nothing else? Listen, my knee hurts, motherfucker. Ow. You know what I'm saying? I need an ibuprofen. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in there is the rhyme. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's some real shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like working all day and my knee hurt. You want to be balling in the club? I can't ball in the club. I don't even want to go to the club. You know?
Right.
I'll drive by the club. I'll drive by the club, give the do sign, and go right back to my bed. Seriously. But you know, who's to say that? I don't fault 3000 for saying as far as he didn't have nothing to rap about. Yo, motherfucker traveling around the world playing the flute. What else do you want him to say? But nah, play that flute. Let me hear how that sounds. You know what I'm saying? You've been playing it all over the world.
You don't know how many stories I've heard about people driving through Santa Monica and seeing him before anything happened. Seeing him standing on the corner playing a flute.
Yep.
Wow. That's the how dope is that? That's dope as shit.
Yeah.
I'm outcast money is no joke.
Right.
You better stop playing with that, man. Come on. Seriously. Yo, they gave you crumbling herb, man. Come on, man. Something playalistic. You got to be kidding me. That's your chocolate. Oh man.
Yep.
Nah, but he's an inspiration to me though. I'm like, yo, Cass was talking. I'm like, I'm just mad. So many people are uptight about. They want to go into the debate about what's hip hop, what's not hip hop, and all that stuff. I'm like, yo, if you like it, you play it. You don't like it, you leave it alone. Right. That's it. Don't get mad if certain things get certain light, because you may say you don't like that song, but when you go into the club, what you do? You dance to that song, and then what people react and see. Oh, this must be the song that everybody likes. So you could be I only like the beat. No, I don't want to hear no excuses. You know what I'm saying? When I don't like a song, I am not moving. Every now and then you might catch me like, okay, like I like a lot of stuff. There's I can listen to the most righteous to the most ratchet. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like the ratchet stuff no more, because after a while it's like polluting your brain. You know what I'm saying? It just I'm like, I'm not. I don't want anybody popping their pussy in my face in the morning. Right. You know what I'm saying? and no, ma'am, I do not care what color your booty hole is. Personally, I just don't care. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know, some people may like that, but I don't know. It's just, you know, it's like, it's fucked up because it just puts you in a certain state of mind, and it's stupid for people to say it's only entertainment. All right, I get it. Until your little girls are
entertainment for whom?
You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like the examples of, oh man, until your son like get locked up or on some bullshit. Oh, I used to hate that when I'm not gonna say, I don't want to cause no controversy. I love my family. in all the sides. You know what I'm saying? I I'd rather my people be here versus have to say rest in peace or free free my nigga so and so.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather me personally, I like to tell my friends like, nah, you ain't got to do that, bro. Nah, if we could do this over here. You know what I'm saying? And coming up, I know all of that fact. Coming up in that era, like in crack era and that time, I was just never I was never a fan of well, pimps and hoes wasn't my thing. Outside of it being in a movie, that's
Right.
acting. Okay. And then say this you say this happens in real life? Okay, I don't really want a part of that either. You know what I'm saying? The drug pusher or this and that, criminal, gangster, like go to jail. I'm like, I don't know. Jail doesn't sound really attractive
Right.
to me. I'm not really a good criminal, so I don't play those games. I try I stick to the music. That's it. Oh my god, it's insane. It's insane. This world is bananas. I try to get a grasp of it, and then it always boils down to I don't like people. I love people. I love people, but I don't like people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just annoying. Like just right now, I just went through a million scenarios. It's just like somebody there's a post online, and then somebody. Okay, it could. Be, oh my god, what was the last one I saw? Oh my god, it doesn't even matter. It could be the worst situation in the world, and there's always somebody that's. I hate those fucking people that always got to be a devil's advocate. Fuck, the devil don't need no advocate. Shut the fuck up. Don't say nothing. Like there's always a Debbie Downer in the comments, and it's like
Yes.
then you get the next person that's like, oh shut up, and then now they back and forth and they fighting in the comments. And it's like, oh, then it turned to some low key wild shit. Like, why you had to say that? Oh no, now you're playing the race car, and then, you know what I'm saying? Then there's a whole bunch of. I'm like, y'all people are baffling me. I'm trying. You know, it's just like, okay, I can understand what Andre 3000 said. I'm just endless promotion for him. I got to give it up to him. Oh, damn it! Now I just forgot what the fuck it was he said. Oh my god. What was
About rapping when you're older.
Yeah, rap. Yeah, there you go. Rap when you're older. Thank you. I'm sorry, I was early. Anyway,
Okay.
rapping when you're older. What the hell was my point when about rapping when? See that?
That he said he
Oh,
didn't have
okay.
anything to
Now,
say.
okay, I got it. Okay, I got it now. The fucking people. Oh, what was it? How was I gonna phrase it?
You hate people.
I hate people, and then seeing what they're consuming is hard to say what the fuck I would want to really say to them.
Yeah.
Because I would honestly, I really am pissed off at the world right now because it's just I don't understand why it's so hard to understand that we all live on the same fucking planet with the same resources and everything that's made for everybody. Everybody could be all right if I don't want what my neighbor has, my neighbor doesn't want what I have. We're cool with this. We're cool with.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you have the bare minimum on this planet, you can live a great existence.
Right.
Yeah.
You really can because you're not giving a shit about a name brand or expensive wheel. Like those things are nice. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at anybody that likes expensive things or whatever. It's not my style. I really don't. I just don't care. I don't know. The whole world has become entertainment to me. Everything is. I can sit. You know, you can go outside to Walmart and just imagine the stories you got in just a Walmart visit. Every, everything is just because no one wants to slow down and have a conversation.
Yeah.
So I'm like, listen, You can run and go crazy. You got to be here. Oh, I did that before. Excuse me. As far as trying to
Finsta,
beat.
we can say this because you and I had this conversation just the other day. More people I meet, the more I like my dogs. And on that note, you got a buddy that's showing up here in the green room.
Oh yes.
Okay.
That I think is probably a rare occurrence.
Oh, if you're talking about who I'm talking about, yes, it's been a minute. Me and my brother have been around, kicking it together.
Yeah, your partner in Finsta Bundy, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Bundy.
Peace.
One, two,
what up, good people? How's everybody?
Good.
Well, how are you,
That's
sir?
what's up. I'm well, man. I'm well. Doing
Fantastic.
enjoying the convo.
Yeah, I mean, you can hear me just running my jibs.
I've known you for a lot of years, brother.
Running your gabbers.
It's just good to see you in your element.
No doubt, for sure.
Yeah.
How long has it been since you've been in the same room, been together, been whatever?
Wow. It's been some years now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's been some years, but we speak regularly. We're in contact almost like every other day. So it doesn't feel like the distance. I really don't feel it. I mean, this is, if I don't speak to anyone several times a week, I speak to Finn several times a week.
Right.
Yeah. That's my brother for life, man. Good dude. Outside of the music, he's just a good person. And, tapping into what you guys were saying about people in general. So when you got people that you sort of you mesh with, and you guys sort of think alike, and you have real values and morality, you sort of keep those people close. It helps. It helps with the balance.
Yes, it does.
It helps with the tolerance of everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's my brother. He's a good dude, man. Very good dude. Very grateful for him. I call him the godfather of Finsta Bundy. Yeah, he's the godfather. He sort of he saw the vision, and he gave me an opportunity, and it's been like great. I got to go. We've been around the world a couple of times, and we put out some great music, which is timeless. Means even when we're not here, those songs will still be here. And maybe inspire someone else, or it's just been all around great, man. And I attribute that to my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did the group come together? Tell us the origin story.
Okay. I don't know if you guys know. Probably you remember the Finsta Baby single.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Finsta Baby. Okay, I was his DJ at that time.
Okay.
And we were just going and doing shows, different shows in New York, and we got an opportunity to go to I believe it was North Carolina. I can't remember which one.
Yeah.
So we had worked out this little show that we wanted to, we thought it was dope because Finch, as you know, he DJs with the records behind him. It's easy to tell. That's his element as well. And he encouraged me to write a rhyme, a little freestyle rhyme. So what we were going to do was, while he was on stage, he was going to, while we were on stage, he was going to come. I was going to come from behind the set and take the mic, and he was going to go behind the set.
Yes.
And start DJing, which we did, and it was just so dope.
Yeah,
the whole the feeling of it was so dope. We sort of had this crowd, like we rocked that night. Honestly, what happens is it was some bigger artists on that bill, and while we don't know, but what we were told by the promoter and the people that organized the show, that they were having they were having a hard time getting this person out the hotel room. We heard they might have been smacked, drunk, high, whatever the deal is.
Yeah.
So they asked us to do we think we can hold the crowd until they get this guy here? And we had the crowd, so we like, hell yeah, let's do it. So we was just freestyling. It was like really on some MC. I don't think all of it was rhymes. We was doing like call and response and vibing with the crowd, and like it was just amazing. Like people, I think we had like some small towels that we were wiping our face with, and they were going crazy. Like, could I have the cloth? Could I? What? I was just in Brooklyn. Somebody was ready to shoot me. And they wore cloths with sweat on them and stuff like that. And it was just such a dope experience. At that point, I think we both knew, like, this is something that we got to build on. And that is where, and we even, at first it was Finsta and Bundy, but we just dropped the and because we were just, it was just a force. It was just Finsta Bundy, like, no separation. So, and that was the beginning. So, and we went on to do some great things, that I'm very proud of and grateful for. Yeah, that was our introduction to hip hop. Wow. Yeah, really dope.
And so you Finsta, I don't know if you both did, but Finsta, you went to high school with one of the beat miners, right?
Yeah, with Evil.
With Evil, right? Okay. Yeah. So you had that connection already.
Right. Well, yeah. Because when went to high school, and he was like, because before then I was in the church, and I was thinking I was going to be a gospel singer, gospel artist.
Yeah, let me chime in.
Go ahead.
It's ill. Like I went. I don't know how long Finsta was in junior high school with me, right? But I know we had gym class together.
Right.
So I knew him. I got to know him a little bit in gym class, but I used to see Finsta because where my house was is like literally around the corner from where he grew up. So, in Brooklyn, not currently, but back in the day, it was like a lot of lots. So I could see from the back of I had like a little porch built on an enclosure in the back of my house. And I used to just be out there sometimes. And I would see Sunday mornings, I would see Vince walking to church. And he had the dope, like a Bible with a leather encasing type of thing. So I just made the connection. And the truth be told, it was like Vince always had a big head. So, when he would have his shirt buttoned up to the top, it would just make his head look ginormous and make his I don't think I even ever told him that. But
thank you for bringing it up.
That shirt was always ironed to perfection. I'm telling you. So, yeah, when he was in the church, yeah, I remember it. I remember it very well.
Wow.
Yeah, but I
to then meet, later in junior high school, and then like, the story that you're saying, like with him being it with in high school with this, it was DJ Evil D. I grew up with E. That was my grandmom lived across the park from. It's a park that separated my grandmother's block and Evil D, where he lived and grew up in the house that his family owned. So I've known him since we were like 9-10 years old. So when they were in school together, we sort of, they would come to the block, like where I live, 1228. You'll probably hear a lot of maybe Evil D, 5FT, maybe even Buckshot. They'll mention 1228. That was like the little hangout, my grandmom's steps, and so it was actually Evil D's idea. He came to me. I had got into an accident, I believe, when I was like maybe 12 years old. So when I was 18, I got a little money, and the first thing one of the first things I wanted a DJ set. So Mr. Walt actually he was working at Music Factory in
Music
Queens,
Factory,
was it?
Yep.
So he knew someone that was selling a set. It was already in the coffin, and it had all the basics. So I wound up getting that, and they seen that I was serious. So he said, "Yo, I got a." Evil D came to me. He was like, "Yo, I got an idea." He's like, Finster's got a single out, and he's going to be doing. He's like, "What do you think? Would you want to DJ?" I was like, yeah, "Of course I would, of course," and that's where it all started. So big up to the Beat Miners, and Evil D for his great idea, and Finsta for allowing me to, be his DJ at those times. So yeah, it's pretty dope. How how it all, Bush Brigade isn't that big anyway, but how we all came together and did some wonderful things,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when
Who, by the way, are on the show next week.
Yeah, we heard. That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's really dope.
So when you got in the studio with Evil D, it must have been very comfortable.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We were doing house parties and everything.
Right.
I was actually like the early days of Black Moon. Before, I don't even know if they were Black Moon at the time, but they were doing like some shows. I remember one show at I believe it was Rockaway Beach, and I believe it was like Hot 97, but they weren't playing hip hop yet. It was still like a freestyle station at that time. But Evil D, this brother, he's been very well connected music wise. So I'm not saying that it was him that got that show, but I used to go with them to those shows and stuff, and I would dance. So the crowd, I'm a big brother. So the crowd, they see me doing a Running Man on a lunch table. It's like, they got something going. You know what I mean? Actually, I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I think for that particular show, did I do the choreography for UN5 when y'all were dancing and doing some?
You could have.
I went to school in I went to Erasmus Hall in Flatbush. With the likes of like a special ed and different. It was just a lot of talented, and it was just he got the break, but it was so many talented brothers in Flatbush, and they were just like, as far as dancing. Oh, and Keno, rest in peace to my boy Keno. He did a lot of the Mariah Carey videos, and I believe Michael Jackson Remember the Time, and he was in a lot of those. So I was around those dudes, so I got to see what they were doing and talent shows at the school and Five and Fifth. So we were all beginning together, and I was happy to be a part of it. They allowed my input, and nothing's greater than when someone can see your vision and respect you enough to ask you, yo, what do you think? You understand? To me, that was just like, yo, this is so dope. And they was actually doing the moves and the routine. I was like, now do this. You should go into this after that. And they did it. And they took me to the show at Rockaway Beach with them and let me, get off my little dance move. So it was really dope.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna tell you, but as graceful as you were doing the Running Man on that lunch table, I gotta give it. I didn't do it. Never said
like, yo, you so light on your feet. I don't know. I don't know. It's a blessing.
No, boy,
it's just a blessing. It was just a blessing,
Now, and once again, when we met up, and I went to the crib, Bundy was ill as DJ. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, he was always Bundy was always a big dude. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't handle himself like just like some you know what I'm saying, like some weeble wobble type of cat. You know what I'm saying?
Most of my friends were skinny. I was trying to keep up with y'all, man.
Yeah, but he was doing the behind the back spin around. I'm like, oh hell yeah. Bum was nice, you know what I'm saying? But we used to always be on the stoop freestyling. It was just like, yo, he was only like for a long time, he was probably the only one I even cared about freestyling in front of. I'm like, yo, because when I heard him, I'm like, oh man, with our music, what gives me hype if I hear a couple of his bars on any of these beats is enough to keep me writing. It's enough to keep me writing. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel the same way.
And I'm
I
like,
feel
yo,
the same way. I actually like the process of recording a song, putting it out, and then you challenge yourself. You know, you get the response from the people, and I was like, I know I could do better. I can outdo that
right,
song, and just the
right.
progression, and that's what it is for me. Like I just love to challenge myself. I love to the elevation, just and when you see, like, if you see somebody at a show and they're saying your lyrics, it's like, oh, I need more of that.
Yeah.
I need more of that. And on a stronger note, it's like to actually affect people's lives with your words and seeing the seriousness of it. That's why when you hear all this people, oh, but it's just entertainment. It's not just
Nah,
entertainment.
not just
Trust
entertainment.
me, we've got so many emails in the past where people tell us like, yo, you guys changed my life, or you made me think this way, or you opened my mind to this. That's something serious, man. I don't care if it's one or two people.
Right.
Words are powerful. You
Yes.
understand?
Right,
Words are
right.
definitely powerful. Not dictating what nobody else does with their music, but Finsta Bundy is not. We've never tried to put out potato chip music. You understand? No empty
Yeah.
calories. We want
Right.
something. If you're going to take the time to absorb it,
Yeah.
we want it to be beneficial to you. You understand? Like it. So
And,
that's why.
and then,
That's why we didn't put out 10 albums or 30 albums. We just put it out as it came to us. Not that we had all those opportunities to put out all that stuff anyway. Most of the stuff we made happen.
now I'm
Finsta
Yeah.
saying,
Bundy
no,
just
no, 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 I'm gonna talk our shit. We was sitting on the yacht, you know what I'm saying? Thinking about, I had my cigar, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Bun, yo, Bun, you want to put something else? Yo,
Right.
life be lifing, you know what I'm
Life be
saying?
life for sure.
So this the way, but I love the way because it was unintentional. Listen. We didn't have no. There was no OGs like telling us what to do or like really.
Nah, they would only tell us what's
Oh,
wrong. Oh,
you know what I'm
that
saying?
sounds that sound isn't clean enough. Do
It
you
was a
know a
good.
studio that we could possibly go to and make the sound
Right.
cleaner? Like, they only seen the problems. It was never solutions.
And
It
then,
was
but and
never
then when
solutions. Yeah.
and when we started recording, it was literally just me and Bundy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just doing whatever. It was
yeah.
like,
It was
okay,
it.
I
We
guess
never
I'll
had
mix it.
the.
Right.
Yeah,
Sorry, didn't mean to
no,
cut
no,
you
no,
off.
no. But that's why the mix was so dope to me.
Yes.
It was so
Oh
like
man,
so
that
Buck
that
was just
that
like
sounds
so
so good.
random with it. It was just like I I was
I was
witnessing
surprised he
like
had those songs. Like a lot of those songs, it's like, boy, that's impressive. Like I didn't, most people they'll have the feel the highs and the
Sunny
maybe the
Side.
who,
Like, maybe
yeah, the sunny side joints, but
Don't Stress
he
Them
was
All.
playing
Maybe.
some of the more, some of the later stuff that me and Finsta actually put out ourselves. I was like, wow, like that's really, really dope, and it says a lot. Yeah, that set was
Yeah.
super dope,
It made me
super dope.
being able to see how because I was just to hear the growth. I'll say it like that.
Okay,
To
yeah,
hear
Yeah.
to hear
yes,
the growth from the demo stage to like those joints that Euphoria he dropped and like that we
oh man,
released ourselves.
that's one of my favorite.
And that's what made me laugh because that Bun always wanted to do that joint right there. You know what I'm saying? That was his joint. You know what I'm saying?
It
And
was
for him,
special for me on that, doing it, moving at the speed of locomotion. Yeah.
yeah,
Yo,
he,
this dude is so underrated as a lyricist. So if people think that, Bun is pretty nice, it was because my partner was Finster, and I knew I couldn't come with no
Yeah.
BS. Like he set the standard. When I tell you he's the godfather of Finster Bundy, I mean that wholeheartedly. Like that, I always push for quality because of for my partner. You
Yeah.
understand? I know how he is with lyrics. I know his vocabulary's ill. Um, he's he's just so dope to me, in my opinion, that I try to live up to. You understand? So, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, man. Yeah, man. And you know, Vince, because I be telling you, I was, but what is it? What is it? Curtains
the
get
piece.
pulled and chains locked and on. Backs to the wall, slides down to the floor. This dude is just ill,
Yeah,
and he's just ill. He's just
you know
ill,
I
and
appreciate
I'm
you, brother.
happy
You
to
know
be
I
his
appreciate
partner,
you,
yo.
brother.
I'm very grateful to be his partner, to be on his side. Yeah,
And
yeah,
I didn't like doing things alone, so it was dope to have somebody I was cool with. You know what I'm saying? That was
yeah.
like, listen, okay. I know how you know it's solid. Like, you ever had a munchies? I don't know if any of y'all munchies, but
I already know where you going.
you
I
know what I'm
already
saying?
know where you going.
We
Stage
went
door
to
diner, right? That's where you
see
about to
the
go.
yeah, exactly.
He tells me
And
he likes the way I eat.
yeah,
but
because it was
but
I didn't because the art of meshing different foods together is an art to it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's like such stuff you think certain things wouldn't go along, but then all of a sudden then you add chips or some craziness. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yes.
It was the same type of ill that, and then this sick. It would be a canceled humor right now if we would say some of the jokes that we say to each other. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? It really wouldn't be.
You
It's
gotta have
funny to
you
me.
gotta have a bro like that in life, man. You gotta
Yo,
have a bro like you gotta have a person like that where you could just be yourself, no judgment, and they get you. He gets me and I get him. You know?
and we can get mad, even have whatever a
Yeah,
disagreement,
a
and
disagreement.
then be like, yo, all
But it
right.
doesn't impede business. When it's serious, it doesn't, because it's never that serious. Like
Yeah.
No.
if I gotta say sorry, brother, I'm sorry, man. I don't want to lose your friend. That's what I'm gonna do because that's my
Right,
brother. You understand? If I gotta humble myself, swallow some humble pie, especially if I'm wrong or maybe my
same here.
temperament. I'm
Yeah,
not the
for sure.
easiest person. I know you'd be like, oh, the guy Bundy's nice. I'm really not. You understand? But for my brother, I can humble myself. You
Yeah.
understand? Sometimes, like I was telling Fitz the other day, a conversation we were having is about survival mode. And I say, yo, bro, I'll be glad when I can come out of survival mode because I realize
Right,
in survival mode, yeah, I'm sharp. I think I have great ideas. I'm very focused. But I'm not my totally myself. I don't care about emotion. I don't care about feelings. I'm not when I'm in survival mode. It's about business, about surviving, paying the bills, and making sure whatever my responsibilities are being met and taken care of. And
Yeah.
sometimes you just want to live life a little bit. Like I don't always want to be on someone else's time. I don't always want to feel pressed. Sometimes I actually do want to sit and have a longer conversation with that stranger because people gravitate towards it's
Right.
just ill, but I don't have much time. I never try to be offensive, but at the same time, I have things to do. I don't really, I appreciate the conversation and I appreciate you feeling, comfortable enough to share that with me. But right now, I'm on my way to do
Right.
whatever
right.
I have to do. And
Yeah.
sometimes I tell Fancy, not sometimes, but I was just telling him, I'll be glad when I can finally exhale and get out
Yeah.
of survival mode because I feel I'm a much better person when I'm not in survival mode.
Yeah.
So these are the kind of types of conversations that we have. I can't have them with the other brothers we grew up in Bushwick. Nigga, you get soft. Cut that girly shit out.
You get sensitive on me?
The neighborhood,
Come
and
on,
trust
man.
me, I know all of that is toxic at this point in life, but that's what we grew up under. We grew up
Yeah.
under
Right.
these myths and this whole this toxic masculinity, and when a woman does this is what you should do, or you're a soft ass nigga. You shouldn't be. And I missed out on true love a lot following the hood because I wasn't always doing the right thing. But as soon as that young lady woman stepped out of place and did something that the hood said she shouldn't be doing or whatever. Not that we were children trying to grow and it was no manual. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So And I reflect, and I actually I've been grown enough to go back to some of them and be like, my apologies. We could have done some great things. Not trying to get back, but just wanna, I realized who you were, and I accept what I did wrong. Type of just trying to, just trying to get some of that funk off of my energy and be the best me I could possibly be.
I was gonna mess with you, but I was like, yeah, right. You was spinning the block. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm sorry. He's like,
Nah,
you happen to
nah,
still a little bit nah, but yo, it made me think about the atmosphere of music nowadays though.
right.
It's like you said, for me, there was a mentality I had to try to have in order to keep up with what's considered cool. You know what I'm saying? Or what's considered norm. You know what I'm saying? And just within that, it was a lot of stupid shit going on. And you know what I'm
Absolutely,
saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Or a lot of shit that we shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying, even
Conforming
giving
to
our
it.
energy. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like
exactly,
you throw certain
exactly.
words into the heaven. Like for me, I think, well, I'm pretty sure of everybody. What floats in your atmosphere is pretty important. You know what I'm saying? So when you turn on a certain song or turn on a certain sound, you know what I'm saying, you kind of in a way, like you want to whether it's decompressing or just
Hmm.
whatever. But if 100 or 95% of what you're hearing is just some noise and death and destruction,
Yeah.
like I'm like, well, I really don't get up in the morning
Wanting to hear those types of, yeah,
wanting to hear that.
absolutely.
It doesn't. Uh, and see, what I think what really sucks is I want to start. I want to say like certain lines or certain things, you know, what I'm
Yeah,
saying from certain place, but then it's just like then it becomes a political thing, and I wouldn't want it to be some click thing where it's like,
nah,
you heard what he said about such and such, and did it, did it,
nah.
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? But and oh, matter of fact, salute, Big Fraction, yo, put it in a song, brothers, yo, oh, salute, 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 yeah, for sure, yeah, yeah, well, it's gonna have to be. You're gonna hear it. You're gonna. That's the good thing about what um Finsta Bundy now is the is what okay. What's the basketball joint where they front like they old men. You know what I'm saying? And all of a
Oh,
sudden now they dunking on
what
you.
you call it? Uncle
Well,
Drew?
Kyrie. Yeah, yeah,
Uncle
yeah.
Drew?
You know what I'm
Uncle
saying? It's
Drew,
one of
yeah,
those things where
yeah.
you'll look and be like, oh man, what they gonna talk about? Like what?
Right.
What's that gonna sound like? My new
Hmm.
like production nowadays is
It's
fun as
crazy.
hell.
It's
Especially
crazy.
knowing that like the gritty grimies is back. People like the gritty
Yeah.
grimies. I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. I can get back into my element like real easy with that. And
Right.
then and Bun is still a swordsman, so that's enough energy for me to be like, oh, okay, yep. If that start once that start percolating,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff coming. Yo, shout out to my dude Mike Cox. We got a joint coming. I'm
Hmm.
gonna leave it at that. But yeah, he got a
Okay.
joint coming. That's like the last single I put out with him. This joint called This That
This, that. Shout out to
and You Be the
Mike.
Judge. Yeah,
Word.
for sure. There's a lot. It's a lot of good stuff about to be coming out though. At least from the Finsta Bundy camp,
Yeah.
because I
Yeah.
want to I want to be unapologetically myself and
Right.
not get and I'm not caring what people want to hear. I didn't,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense if I give
Let's
you
give them
what
what
you
they
want to
need, not
hear
what they want.
because you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because then at the same time, like, how do you get to know who I am? You know what I'm saying? You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You know nothing about my feelings. I could make you happy all day and I'll be miserable, a miserable motherfucker. You know what
Yo,
I'm
that's something.
saying?
It's
It's
crazy that
ridiculous.
you say that because that's something I build on with myself. I had to say at some point, like, yo, I was so absorbed by the hood and what was expected. I had to begin to ask myself how much of me is really me. Like how
Hmm.
much of those things that I was doing and still do are things that I genuinely, or character traits that I genuinely wanted to have. Or was I doing it as, like I was saying earlier, part of that survival mode. You understand? Like, so those are just things like, just tweak, but we're older men now. So it's like that's where my mind should be, like reflecting and, progression and, elevation. So those are things that I think about all the time. So I think this next set of music that we'll release will be something interesting. If nothing else, it'll definitely be interesting. Yeah. Definitely.
I think the big thing is you can be. Everybody was who exactly they were in the 80s and 90s and whatever because they were young.
Yes.
But then you grew up.
Yes. Yeah. Some of us did. Some of us did. I still keep my, I still got my fingers on the pulse of the hood, and but I'm I'm at a different point in life where I'm feeling like if it's not beneficial, if it's not helping me with growth, I can't entertain it. Everybody can't go, like they're saying. Everybody. Unfortunately, some people, maybe not all, but some people are still stuck in the 90s.
Yeah.
Or
that's
but
for
their
sure.
mentality wise and approach to life is the same way it was back then, which I think for myself is problematic. For one, we were in our 20s then. Most of us are 50 plus. So if you're doing the same things, thinking the same way, looking for a different outcome, we know it's insane. So
that's the definition of insanity.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And unfortunately, I'm not gonna lie, I got a lot of people that I love that are insane. You understand? And you have to do, and you deal with it a certain way. I can't say F them because that's not truly how I feel. But I just certain things that I'm trying to do. I like to lead by example. That's the best way they can. I don't care if it's 1,000 people on the left and I got to stand here on the right by myself. I'm comfortable with that. Yeah. You understand? But it's just certain things that I feel are counterproductive for us as a community. And I have to stand on what I stand on. I don't mind not being invited. I don't mind not being included because of that. You understand? Matter of fact, I don't include myself. So it's like, it's lead by example. I figure that's the best way. That's the best way. But
and I saw by you like and telling some of these grown ass men that never change. When you finally do decide to like go with the flow, it will behoove you to wear pants that go to your waist because you look like a jackass with sagging. I'm sorry. It's like you can't be a grown ass man sagging and do it like certain shit is just like it's just like it's not. And then the like tight shirts.
But now, listen, let me tell you something. I was like, I seen a post in one of the groups that I'm in, and they were sort of going in on Fabulous. But I guess he had some type of, he had one of those cross bodies or a merce, a man.
The man purse.
Whatever, right? But what I found problematic is it was a lot of them speaking to his, like, saying, that's kind of fruity if it quacks like a duck. But for myself, where I'm at mentally, I'm saying, but the whole point that they were missing is that it's like 30 men in a group chat talking about another man.
Right. See it all the time. All the time.
I type several responses. But I didn't want confrontation. I don't, that's not where I'm at. Like, because I really want my brothers to think. Like, I want my people to start thinking. Like, you're saying you're speaking to this sexuality, but here you are in a Boy Scout meeting, and you're not one woman. At that point, it wasn't even a woman on the poll in the comment section. And I'm like, wow, what are we doing? You understand? But that's something totally different because I see that trend on
social media nowadays, where no one talks about the things they like anymore. Everybody's a critic. Everybody's why do people like LeBron so much? Like what?
Yeah.
You watch basketball in the last 20 something years. How could you not like this man that shows up every season?
Yeah.
Whatever your thing is, but to try to overshadow how great he's been to the sport because you like Michael Jordan is crazy to me. But I don't want to dwell too far from the music. But yeah, it's a lot of things that we have to check ourselves on. You know, being where we are in life. You understand? Like we just can't be so trendy. You understand? We have to stand on something, and I think it's no greater way to teach than by example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. I don't want to go back and forth. I don't want to debate with anyone. I want to tell you how I live my life, and hopefully, and how peaceful it is that way. You understand? You let people be great. That's something you hear me say all the time now. Just let people be great. Let people be themselves.
Yeah.
That's it. Because it doesn't affect you anyway.
Yeah.
To allow someone to be themselves. It doesn't affect you.
Yeah, not at all.
I always say that because there's a certain group of people that do it they say they're music fans, rap fans, hip hop fans. If they would spend the time they spend dissing shit, if they would take that time and spend it promoting the music that they like,
right, it would
help a whole hell of a lot of artists.
To those types of artists.
Yep.
Very simple.
And that's for me. That's what hip hop beats and things is about.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted to make sure. One is dope shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like the gatekeeper or anything like that.
I hate that mentality.
But you just gotta be dope. That's all I ever care about. If it's some dopeness and I know people will love it, and you know what I'm saying, it go from, you know what I'm saying, it's from a Rome Streets to Planet Asia to what is homie? OC from NC. There was another cat. It's just so many.
Guess who else he interviewed?
Yeah, that was the first episode I listened to.
Yag foul, y'all.
Yag foul, y'all.
It's so much dope. It's so much dope music out there. It doesn't make any
sense. And those artists can actually use that push in the algorithm. You understand? They could use that push, but instead we use the time to further promote the artists that you claim you don't like. You'll give them that attention in the algorithm. You understand? Like it's just crazy. And like what you were saying about that gatekeeper mentality, it's crazy. I have a nephew that's doing music. Long Live Phoenix. And when I tell you, and it's not because he's my nephew, this young man is so dedicated and so skilled at what he does. But when I post his music, it'll have hundreds of views, but no comments on it. And I'm saying it's mostly because it's a bias against the younger generation. They don't want to hear it, but you talk about mumble rap. So I'm trying to show you, listen, you got young men that are upholding the tradition of lyrics that make perfect sense, and you still don't support. And that is crazy to me.
Yeah. Yep.
That's crazy to me. But it is what it is, and people are going to continue to be who they are, and all I can do is lead by example. Right. I love listening to the younger generation. It's a young man out there, and I know a lot of people may think I'm crazy for saying it, but I like this young man, Tizo Touchdown. Not everything he puts out is not for me, but his creativity is unmatched. He made a Drake album. I mean, he made it onto a Drake album. You understand? And not many artists of this era have been able to do that and be as low key as he is.
Yeah.
It's just a dope art. I listen to everything. I love the whole Griselda movement because it sounds so familiar and it feels like home. You understand? Yeah. So it's lots of dope music out there.
Yeah.
There's lots of dope music out there.
Absolutely.
You just have to, not even unfortunately, it's just the way it is. The business, the bigger outlets, they promote certain artists. You understand it, and that's their right. Those are their platforms and their stations and their companies. That's great. But there are other artists out there. You just have to take the time, like you said. If you took the time instead of complaining, and maybe go and look
Yeah.
and
And
listen.
it'd be easy as fuck. You can go on Amazon, or if you went on like Bandcamp, you hit one artist, you're bound to find something that sounds similar to that.
Yep.
Yes,
And it
yes,
serves you to show you, and then all you gotta do is go down the rabbit hole, hit, you know what I'm saying, hit thing.
yes.
I
Listen.
like to hit stuff at random, just like, okay, I like this person's cover. Let me, you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
found a lot of, you
You
know what
know
I mean?
what? And just saying that, that's why I miss a Stretch and Bob.
Yeah,
You got to hear a lot of those artists on mixed shows like that.
yeah, yeah.
Who else had like an underground show? Was it
Shoot, you had the
boy
Awesome Two, you had
Awesome Too?
Word,
What was the one we did at City College? Who was that? Was that Mr. C?
at City Cop. Yeah, that was Mr. Yeah, downtown Brooklyn talking.
Downtown Brooklyn.
Yeah, that was Mr. C. Yeah.
Yo, they had some great. We had so many great uh underground. I miss those types of things. I don't have like satellite radio or anything like that, so I miss
Shoot,
out on the.
Underground Railroad. Yeah.
Yes, I miss out on the Shade 45 and the stuff like that. I really don't have. Not that I don't have access to it, but I don't have easy access to it. So I'm
Yeah.
not one really ever, and it would mean a whole lot to me if I went out my way. So I really don't have access. I like hear mixtapes. I go on the different sites and I listen to songs or whatever. But yeah, I miss those days when you could tune in like 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and just hear some heat.
Straight, yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say shameless plug for a rap station. Yeah.
Yeah,
Flatline.
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah. That mix
That's what we do.
the mix that soul buck. I mean, you guys, if y'all this is something you guys do. I heard the soul buck set, but I'll get further plugged in, and I'll definitely be tuning in. Bushwick Radio Primetime, DJ Primetime. Shout out to Primetime,
Prime
my
time, yes,
DJ.
sir.
He plays some really dope stuff as well. He plays some really dope stuff. So that's how I sort of keep my ear to the pulse of what's going on, tapping into things like that, tapping into outlets like that.
Yeah.
The thing is, I feel like a lot of the older folks, they got their phones just to
Yeah.
sit there on and text and look at all crazy stuff, but you got a radio station right in your pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people
Yes.
are so programmed that they grew up listening to the radio,
Yes.
and the music they're looking for is not on the radio.
Right.
But you got a radio in your pocket.
So you put me on
24
that.
hours a day.
I like where you're going with that. I like where you're going with that.
Man, 24 hours a day. You got radio in your pocket. And you can pick and choose. And like
Yes.
Finsta said, you press one, it'll take you down a rabbit hole.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So
Shoot,
true.
So
I'm glad I what was it? It was because I'm in Raleigh right now, right? And it was up to maybe like 2006, maybe. Go maybe 2000. Like I was doing bars and DJing at bars and stuff, and just seeing the way. Well, at that point I was in New York, but just seeing the way everything was going, where it just has to be top 40, unless you got a name. If you got a name, you can do an eclectic type of style of thing if people already know you and things like that. But as you're trying to build up, what I'm saying, just to keep a crowd, you always gotta have that. You gotta have that one piece of something, what I'm saying, or whatever. Some damn Gwen Stefani song or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta have that pop hit. You know what I'm saying? It was just driving me bananas, man. I was like, no, this is like, I want to be able to play something you've never heard before,
Absolutely.
And you can and see your reaction to some dope music, whether it be R&B, whatever. It doesn't even matter the genre. Just go to a party to fucking have fun, and I think it would be a better place instead of you getting dressed up to show off, or you're spending your rent money just in the front, like you can buy a bunch of drinks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Bought a bottle, got to walk home now. It's like crazy. It's, just have fun. I miss.
Yeah.
It was funny because I was talking to my peoples. We was talking about when's the last time you heard a slow jam at a party? I was like, yo, we used to get busy to slow jam. What? Come on.
I tweeted about that young kids don't know about the good days of the slow dance and the slow jams.
That's the most
It's true.
Man,
that's where it sparked off between mom and dad. That's where it started.
You know what I'm saying?
Most of the young kids now are products of that slow dance.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's it.
For sure. Shoot, now everybody fucking the Biggie. It's like, damn. Like, hey, which one is it, girl?
It's
doing that Gucci Mane. What? Oh,
yeah, it's
I don't want to hear Teddy Pendergrass no more.
It's like from what I see, it's almost like the sexes are competing at this point. Like, they say the dudes ain't shit, and women, the dudes say, these women ain't shit. Like, you go to most of these clubs and or you go to most parties and people are just really riding the walls, looking at each other. It's not much dancing going on at all.
Or looking at their phones.
Looking at the phone. Yeah, I noticed that, but I noticed that more at performances. Like, everybody can be a photographer. Like, you see that it's 30 11 people. 30
Imagine,
with phone. Like, you don't need yours out. Can you just be in the moment?
Right.
I think that part of it, like, people, like, some things, certain life experiences are for you.
Yes.
They don't need to be shared. We don't all need content. Like, we're not all content creators. Like, but that's where the lines are blurred. Like, everybody wants to put not every. I'm exaggerating, but so many people want to put their whole life on social media.
Yeah.
And I don't think every life is anything sacred anymore. Like,
I'm sorry. You're not interested in what I had for lunch today?
Right. I don't want to.
You're not?
My bros and the people that I love. I mean, I don't want to wish them a happy birthday, or if someone is mourning they've lost. I want them to hear my voice. I want them to. So I'm the person. If some of my friends will tell you, if this dude don't ever call me on my birthday, he's definitely going to call and make sure he wishes me a happy birthday or, whatever. I just don't believe. That's just my personal belief. I don't think everything is for everyone.
Right.
Some things are for you. Some experiences are for you, just for you. You know what I mean?
On social media, I've learned so much worthless shit. It's just like it's sad. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. Listen, I feel I have, I think I'm intelligent. You know what I'm saying? I'm a smart guy. You know what I'm saying? And I know what social media is, and I get it. But I do find myself scrolling a lot, and just like, yo, looking at him like. What I always hate, I don't like people getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's funny. You know what I'm saying? I don't really, and somebody fell in front of me, my first reaction is not to laugh. It's like, oh, you okay?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So, but I've seen so many, like that, the old, the video Faces of Death. Do you remember that old video?
Yeah.
absolutely.
Stuff, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And I'm like, yo, man, like there was an Asian group performing, and the fucking big screen fell on. I was like, oh my!
Oh, on the dude,
I remember that. Yeah.
It was. Listen, social media is it's ridiculous if you sit on it all day. I'm detoxing from it. I'm detoxing slowly. I'm trying to just take my phone and just put it down because God knows I haven't read a good book in a long time, and I need to get. You know what I'm saying? I used to love reading. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, but now I'm like, it's just smut on my Instagram. I'm like, I gotta click. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Everybody's taping their phone to the ceilings and shaking their asses. Like, all right, you know, I'm not a strip club guy, so I'm like, I figure, okay, that's the closest thing to doing it, and I ain't got to pay for it, so hey, why not? But then I thought, the more I think about it, it's just
Yeah,
like,
after a
yo,
while it gets tacky though. After a
do I
while,
want to do? Do I want to
this
hide
is
my phone every time my daughters come next to me?
right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? This is getting monotonous. And just going back to just the thought, people want to act like they're not role models and their words don't mean nothing. But there's people in different countries that's emulating the same thing we created. You know what I'm saying? And they're more purest to it than what a lot of other people are. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I look at like somebody who's like, if you think about a DJ, when it came down to Serato, or even when it came to, oh, you mixing on CDs? Oh man, that's it's vinyl. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Serato, I'm like, man, that ain't nothing. You gonna use a computer? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like, but there's these people that's like so stuck in their ways where it's just like, yo, they'll still stick to that. Like I only thing I hold dear to me is when I heard no biting allowed. That I think that's the credo. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing where it's like, as long as I don't sound like anybody else, as long as I'm not trying to do what they're doing and I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? It's disgusting now. It is but going back to the mindset, I'm sorry. The mindset of, okay, I'm sorry, Snoop, I love you, Snoop, but ain't no fun was not the most nice. It wasn't the nicest way to like really approach women, or even or think that it wasn't necessarily the nicest way to think of women. Just like, and not just like not just no, I'm knocking him because people in the street say bitches and hoes all day, but I'm like, yo, I'm just like, this is wild. You know what I'm saying? To have that mindset, I realized life had to kick me in the ass and make me realize like you're not that dude. And you know, I'm not a good liar. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm just not. I'm not good at it. So you're gonna get busted. It's like you're gonna look like an idiot, and then you're gonna be alone. And then you're gonna be alone, and then you're gonna look at yourself like, damn, why nobody love me?
I
You know
squad.
what I'm saying?
I squad.
I
I
tried.
squad.
I
That reminds
tried.
me
You
of
know what I'm
the Odd Squad. You remember that
saying?
track for
Who's
sure?
that?
I said that what you're saying reminds me of that song by Odd Squad for sure. You
Oh,
know,
oh,
and I know
yeah,
you
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Our squad,
gotta get
fuck
some
it.
home.
What
Yeah,
is that? You
right,
end
right.
up with no. What is that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, man, yeah,
You know that's what Finsta was doing all night on Sunday night
yeah,
to his own music.
Yeah.
yeah. Man, I just
And
realized
when you
how
have
much of that shit was
daughters,
toxic though. Like you said, like earlier, Bundy. That shit was. A lot of that shit was just toxic, man. We needed to treat each
and
other
you know what?
better.
I will say this. I will say this. I think there's a place for every type of music, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's a place for it. I think unfortunately right now it's just that those type of that raunchiness and that see though that was I don't know if Ain't No Fun was it getting radio play. It had an edited version or something like that
Not
because
that
not like the booty
It's mostly club bangers. Yeah.
like the sexy red songs like and no disrespect. I mean somebody finds a way to take themselves out of poverty. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So I'm not gonna get online and try to slay the young lady because these are things that are getting daytime spins now. Like these things are playing all day, and that's the difference.
That's the
You
difference.
understand? Like, and then it's no balance. It's not like a record, a Tribe Called Quest record or a X Clan record is going to come behind it, and
Right.
sort of keep a balance. So I think that's a big difference. But I do believe that you can still go and hear some of these songs and enjoy it. You know what I mean? But I just think that that it's really nothing else after that. Like on these particular, like the popular stations, it's like, they're catering to, I don't know if they're catering or these are just the records that are hot in the industry or whatever. And if you don't play them, then you're not a top, I don't know the wording for it, a top 10 show or whatever, however they word it. But yeah, that to me, that's probably the biggest difference is that we hear it so often and it's so like in your face now. Like you would hear that, like maybe Flex would play it 10 at night or whatever, the Ain't No Fun back in the days, but it wasn't necessarily when the babies are up. You understand?
Right.
When the babies were in the bed, but now you got babies twerking to
right. That's
red, and you got these parents, these younger parents, and they feel it's okay, and I get it. It's just she's just a kid, but
So young girls twerking, young men out there wilding. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, yo, it's sad. Like that. The whole thing I was saying earlier, it's like that whole free my so and so and recipe so and so. I'm like, yo, I'd rather have my people with me. I'd
right,
rather have my people.
right.
I didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't.
Yeah, that's
I,
part of that
I
mentality that I was talking about earlier too, as far as that free this person, free that person. Meanwhile, this dude did kill 50 people in the hood. Like, no, let,
yeah.
It's
that nigga
not. Keep him in there. I'm sorry. What do you mean? It's like,
let him stay where he at. Hell no. Free the bro. No.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
and
man.
those are things I talk about too, just to get answers. And it's certain things that we revered, and a lot of people, like, okay, I was at they started this like this annual celebration in Bushwick called Bushwick Day. It's basically where everybody comes out, and I see this gentleman that I hadn't seen for a lot of years now. Not to make it too sad or anything, but a lot of us didn't have our dads around.
Yeah.
But this guy, and our moms would be working, so we didn't really get to, unless your mom maybe sent you to the South for the summer. But when you were here in the city, she didn't, my mom couldn't take off of work to take me to the beach or to great
Right.
adventures as much as I would have liked her to. But we had a gentleman on our block that would fill his van. He'd take us to the beach. He'd take us through the safari and great adventures. And, just all these, but no one knows him. But here it is, one of the biggest drug dealers, crack dealers, like everybody knew them.
Yeah.
You understand? Like everybody. So here you have this guy that's doing, as they would say, like, doing God's work.
Yeah.
And he's not even acknowledged. You understand? And here you have this dude that was dealing in death and destruction, and everybody knows him. So those are things that I think about in hindsight, like, damn, why did we even revere that type of shit? But like I said, we didn't have dads. Not many of us. I'm not gonna say everybody, because a couple of my bros, their dads were there. They stood up and they stuck it out. You understand? But a lot of us didn't. So, it is what it is. And even my son said to me, we were having that debate. Um, my oldest son, he was saying, like, and I just found this shocking. He was like, nah, a lot of the nicer things in life, I see a drug dealer with them first. And I'm like, wow. You know what I mean? I never knew that's how y'all viewed it. You know what I mean? Like, they say, if you ever seen a night, things that made them want to aspire for more. I'm not saying necessarily through because he must, he's a good kid. He's never went that path as far as selling, being in the streets or whatever. But he's saying that even though he works a regular job, But the nicer things that made him want to push and do more in life, he's seen those things from a drug dealer first.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a rough reality. You understand? But I've been there. Like I've always been like a full-time dad, and to sort of give a balance, and that's what I do. You know, when I wasn't when I wasn't in the studio or on the road, I've been at work. That's where I am now. I've been doing what I do. What I'm doing, I've been doing it for 23 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's because I have responsibilities, you know. And unfortunately, hip hop didn't come with health insurance.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And what you're doing, I'm also doing in the other room.
Okay. 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 Yeah,
Exactly.
that's just the reality of it. And I think I tried to explain it. That's if you really want it, these are the things you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to multitask. You're gonna lose sleep. You understand? Like you're gonna lose that comfortability. It's not gonna you're gonna go somewhere and put in 8 hours, but if you have a dream, it's gonna be more upwards of 12 and 16 hours that you're gonna be putting in, and you're gonna be sacrificing your comfortability to take it to the next plateau. And I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
If it's and and having Finsta next to me and being a good company always made it that much easier. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that the way things are now. I think a lot of people are really frantic in terms of getting their thing out there and trying to be out there and just always being so connected to everything. Everybody knows, your promotions and everything. You just bombard people, and like that is great. But over the last couple of weeks, I've just been looking. I'm like, wow, there's just a lot of stuff out there right now.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
It feels good to say I can do this at my own time. You know what I'm saying? Mainly because even one thing is like, okay, me and Bun back and forth. So it's like he work, I work, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like we have all this time to be in the studio and wild out, you know what I'm saying, crazy. But at the same time, with him writing and him getting certain things done, I know within a certain time, okay, this all right, we're gonna knock this out like that. And then when it's time to put it out, it's almost like we well, it was like our buzz got was mostly word of mouth. It was and which for me is dope as shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no big machine pumping out crazy, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you just plastering us everywhere. It's like, nah, it wasn't that. And eventually we ended up everywhere. And so now it's the point where it's like you don't really have to keep up with the Joneses as much. Like people put out 30 albums and it's like they just went by. I was like, I just did 30 albums this year, son. I don't know. I don't know one song. What joint? What?
Right.
To be able
But
to have the come.
salute those brothers too. You know what?
No,
I
no, no,
mean,
no, 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 no. But see,
if that's what you feel, if that's the value you want to put your music out, that's so dope. If that works for you, for me, I'm more of a quality over quantity type of dude, and I think Fence has been the same. Less is
yeah,
more. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I like to really
That's
think
for
it
me
out.
anyway. Like I always, you know, and that's just our reality. I'm not saying like we set it up, but this is what we're gonna do. Like, nah, we only gonna do this, we only gonna do that. No, that's been our reality, and I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? But I don't necessarily want, I get it. If that's what you want to do, you want to put out 100 albums, 30 albums, 50 albums, whatever is comfortable to you, then brother, be great.
Yep.
That's just not how we do
I
it.
don't,
That's
I
not
don't,
how
I
we
don't.
do it over here. That's not how we do it.
Yeah,
That's
because and
definitely
also I ain't got the type of the time to be touring and doing all that shit they doing now. I'm like,
right.
listen, I'm not gonna be on the road. Eventually I do like I think I can see spot dates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'm like past the time of just like, yo, I'm constantly on the road. I mean, they say that that's where artists get their money, but eh, I'm like, the way my body's set up.
Your knees. Oh, my knees.
You know, I'm trying to tell you. If I'm trying to run
around us, man. We got some great people around. We can figure out how to get that money.
Oh yeah, you know what I'm
We can
saying?
figure out how to get that money. We got some great people around us. You know what I mean?
Get some lookalikes. Yeah, straight up.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. But I think for myself, the music is just I have no throwaways. There are no throwaways. I have every verse I write, I have visions for it. And not to mention that these tracks that this dude sends me are amazing. I just wonder, like I hear other stuff, and that's not to down anyone, but I say, damn, my brother, he's so talented. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we got some great
Oh yeah,
got some great music coming, man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We got some great music coming. And I be telling him about track. He's like, how do you remember that track? I might just call him and be like, yo, Vince, you got it wasn't you with the track that had heaven. I said, you remember the He's like, yeah. He's like, man. He's like, that's mad long ago. I said, don't worry, we still using it. We're still using it. If it's up to me, every track this dude has sent me, we are going to use. That's my thing. There are no throwaways for me.
Yeah.
That talent, with talent like that, or such great as they're calling it now, such great art like that. You don't see people dropping Picasso's in the garbage. You understand?
Right.
They're on the wall somewhere. You understand? And it means something. And that's how I feel about the Finsta Bundy music. We have some great things that need to be shared. Or that's what we would like to do. We want to share them.
Well,
so
we'll get there. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, and I just want to. I wanted the dope part is just being able to be. What I realize I have to be a little more vulnerable, a little more out there with certain feelings and certain ideas as far as getting closer to home. So to be able to have that that's why I wasn't a singer, because when you're a singer, you got to have that emotion in your voice, and you know what I'm saying. It just requires too much. And I don't know. You want to make somebody be able to cry. You know what I'm saying. And I want to put that type of emotion into the song. I'm like, I'd rather yell it. You know what I'm saying? If I can scream it at you, it might, you know what I'm saying? But to be able to, what I like about what we're doing now is it's like we were saying earlier, as far as showing our age with it. It's not something where we're trying to be young or we're stuck in an era. A lot of collectors and things like that, or distributors or whatever, they would approach us as like, hey, you got some more old demos and all that. And I'm like, no, we didn't even record demos like that. So it doesn't even, so for me to even try to look back and try to scrap and scrape for old demos or old music, I'm like,
they want you to keep squeezing them same oranges, boy.
Yeah, just keep get some more out of this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you still like this? Orange sex now at this point. It's just pill left, yo. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it drove me crazy because the stuff we have, like you said, the stuff we have now, mentally where I want to go beat wise, I think I don't think it's gonna be a surprise for a lot of people. But
wait,
I'm loving it.
Before we get okay, let me take that back a little bit, because it is one more go round with the older music.
Oh, right.
But it's not in its original form. This dude went and remixed all the singles.
Wow.
And when I tell you that when I hear certain tracks and the way I get chills. I got goosebumps right now talking.
Shout out to Fraction. Shout out to Big Frack, because he got some cuts on some of them joints too.
Yo, wow. When I tell you it just changed the whole feeling of certain songs, he did a great job. I'm looking so forward to that project drop.
Soon come.
I'm looking so forward to it. We got the artwork and everything. We're gonna coordinate a merch drop with it. Something dope. Something dope. I do a lot of the Finsta Bundy merch. You know, I sort of I delve into the fashion a little bit. You know, so yeah, that's something I was waiting. I told him, I said, yo, we got to do something super dope for this particular to coordinate everything. So yeah, that's that. But that'll probably be it though. You know, unless somebody
As far
wants
as
to
the
do
older
more,
stuff, as far as the older stuff,
unless
right?
there's some more business to be made. Like I ain't never gonna turn down. We ain't never gonna turn down no business. You
Right.
understand? But for us, we want to get beyond that because we have so much more. We have so much more music to offer. Like just to take that back, I said, yo, that set was dope, right? But it's so much more music.
Yeah.
I said, yo, that set, that Soul Buck Rock the other night, it was so dope. But I told Vince, I said, did you realize? I said, we got so much more. And he was
Yeah.
like, yo, brother. So, you know, we stay inspired and we just want to keep creating. I mean, you know, for myself, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for him, we just want to keep sharing a gift that we have and you know just help and provide a little balance because sometimes we may inspire somebody to say, well, listen, I don't have to necessarily do what they're doing in the mainstream to be heard.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, maybe I could be myself like these guys, and you know, I think what they're doing is pretty dope, and we just want to provide that type of inspiration for you know people that are still doing it, or you know, the young up and coming people, and yeah, man, we
Oh
just
yeah.
want to continue to inspire and create, and you know, share it with the world.
Hey, we're thrilled. We here are thrilled that you guys are still doing it. And, and
Thank you,
there's new
thank
music
you,
coming.
Thank you.
That's the
Right.
thank
best
you,
thing we can hear, you know?
thank you,
Yeah.
thank
Oh
you.
yeah, yeah. Because so many artists either went their way or just not the same. You hear about these little internal beefs and
Yeah.
stuff like that. If I don't know if any of y'all watched that Grammy joint, but Drez and Mr. Long was on the stage.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
oh, that's dope.
it was
That's dope.
yeah. So if we can get some more of that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
More groups like that. Oh yeah, it'd be dope. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I mean to be completely honest, I know there's a lot of MCs that are running laps around some of these young boys. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So, yeah, and I mean, like you said, everybody's free to do their music. You know what I'm saying? Do what you do. It's all good. And I ain't mad. You know what I'm saying? If I don't listen to it, so you can't be mad. So I may not be talking to you. You know what I'm saying? You
yo,
know,
I know my brother is. Well, he was in the chat, and I hope he's still in the chat. I don't care if nobody else can get a verse out of Brain Dead of formerly of Dysfunctional Family. Whenever we drop a project, I'm going to get that verse from him. I don't know if you guys
oh,
ever heard any of the Dysfunctional material, but they yo, this dude is inspirational, man. Inspirational, such a dope MC. I I'm gonna get a verse out of him.
Hell yes.
If not two or three. Yeah, we gonna get it. We gonna get it. If anybody I know, he'll do it for me. That's my brother, and he's so dope. And I know he got some stuff that
well, there we go.
There
There
you
we
go.
go.
Yep.
There you go. There we
yeah,
go.
There you go.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
Shout
I'm
out to
gonna get that verse.
Dysfunctional Family. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, shout out to Bizarro, D Rock, um, Napoleon the Legend.
Amaze. Word,
Yes,
word.
Amaze. My boy
Yeah.
Shampoo. Who else? Am I missing
Word.
anybody? Brain Dead. Um, yeah,
You
that's
said
that.
D-Rock. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
D
yeah.
Rock. Yeah. And I know I don't remember some of the earlier members, but shout out to all y'all. You know it's all love. Big love.
Yeah.
Word.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, yes, we're looking forward to it. Can't wait. Please keep us posted. And
Absolutely. And thank you for the opportunity bringing us on. You know,
thank you for being
the
here.
lead of the build up with the set the other night, man. Yo, you guys spark you spark something off it inside my soul, man. Just a fever. You understand? And word, shout out to my boy General Fever of Black Moon. I want to get him. You know, that's my very very close friend. I love that dude. I know he's probably listening, or he'll. Do you when it's live? Can people go back and watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, so, and I'm sure that he'll do that. I just want to, big him up, let him know that we'll have him on a project too. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate you coming through. Finsta Bundy, everybody. Yeah. Thank you guys.
All right.
Well, sorry, Ultra. I hit the wrong button.
I don't know what happened.
That was me. Ah, great stuff.
Man, that was dope.
Yeah. That was dope.
Like they're excited for the new music, and now I'm super excited for the new music.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
man.
Now everybody's excited.
Yeah. Everybody's
Bring
excited.
it on.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Air guns.
Air guns.
You know.
It's so funny that they brought up what's her name? What's her name?
Sexy Red.
Sexy Red, because my dude Def Chad called me last night. He's like, "Yo, man, I was DJing this party and they wanted me to play this some girl, Sexy Red, I guess." And I put it on, and it's talking about the color of her booty hole and stuff. And he's like, "What the hell?" I'm like, "I have no idea, bro."
Yeah, she's special.
Idea.
Not in that world.
Yep. I'm like, I have no idea.
She's special.
Yeah.
Wow.
Been Sexy Red talk. So there you go. Yeah. I'm sure we'll get her on the show next year.
No.
I'm sure we won't.
Nope. That would be a big goose egg for me. No.
Ultra Bag.
Yes, sir.
Can you let the people know who one of our first sponsor for It's C-Doc again?
Oh,
that would be Hackensack Brewing with the beer Auga, which is made for the Awesome 2, Special K and Teddy Ted.
Yeah.
And if you're in the North Jersey area, New York, if you can get over there, check out Hackensack Brewing. They got some great beer. Look at, as my man Flatline twist the can all around. Some beautiful artwork there.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's the 50th anniversary can. So Hackensack Brewing. Also too. Auga.
There you go. And It's C-Doc again is also brought to you by the Spit Slam Record Label Group.
Yeah, it is.
The Spit Slam Record Label Group. A Chuck D situation. Catch us on your favorite streaming platform, on Bandcamp, or visit our official web store at spitslamrecords.com. All releases are available digitally or on CD, with select titles available on vinyl and cassette. The Spit Slam Record Label Group. Throwback to the future sound.
There you go.
What the?
There's the Spit Slam ad.
There it is.
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
There it is. All right. Yes, indeed. So, yes. So, go to spitslamrecords.com. Check out the music we got. Even if you don't want to buy it, go stream it or whatever. Check it out. You know, you might find something you like.
Just
Executive producer, Chuck D. So,
yep.
And speaking of Mr. Chuck, you can catch him, Flatline, and myself every Friday for the Andrew Don't Stop radio show. I almost forgot what it was called. But I didn't. I got it. And I play the Spit Slam Jam of the Week, where we highlight music released by the Spit Slam Record Label Group. And then you can catch Jenny, Ultra Mag 7, and DJ Soulbuck every Sunday for the mixtape, like we were talking about earlier. They play music for our upcoming guest next week. And Jennifer, I know you already said it, but who we got next week?
The Beat Miners.
Yeah. In the
None other than
beat. None other than we will be talking to the amazing production duo, the Beat Miners. Yep, it's gonna be good stuff.
Mr. Walt, Evil
It
D.
actually will be some really good stuff because I got some stuff. So get ready, Ultra Mag. It's on next week.
You got records. This is all I got. Wait, maybe I got some. I got OGC stuff and all this stuff is away.
Okay.
Something tells me you're gonna lose next week.
Oh, how about all the weeks that I won that I wasn't given credit for? How about all the weeks that I won?
You get credit. You got credit. Come on now.
Nobody remembers that.
Oh, they do. They remember. They care.
Yeah.
They care.
Come on, man.
Wait. The one time I could shine, he was sick for the Prince of Superstar episode.
We care.
You know. The one time I was going flex on him. He wasn't even here.
I know. I was very ill.
It was very ill.
I mean, I was.
I know you were. Listen, I know you were, but I'm just saying the one time I had it, and you know.
Yeah. Damn.
It's all good.
Man.
You got your points, man. You got your points.
Yeah.
Those points don't expire.
They don't.
Nope.
Yeah.
Those points.
Kind of like the Prince pants from K-Day. Those don't expire.
Right.
There you go.
Don't expire.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Thank you for everybody watching live tonight. Everybody watching on the replays. Extra big shout out to my co-host UltraMag7, Flatline, Jennifer O, Jenny, and our guest Finsta Bundy tonight. Thank you for being here. And we will see everybody again next week for another episode of It's C-Doc again.
Exactly.
Peace.
UltraMag.